I'm going to hit you with the bird bath real quick on what the Falcons need to do in Week 8 against the Buccaneers. First and foremost, they're without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. These are two damn near irreplaceable star receivers. With that being said, I don't expect the Buccaneers to just roll over and just die. You know, this is a division rival, and they got a lot of pride on the line. These are grown men, and they all get paid just like everybody else. Every day a star is born, and people forget that Chris Godwin was also a number 3 receiver. The Bucs have a rookie named Jalen McMillan, and he's also a third-round pick. I'm not saying that we expect to see him become what Chris Godwin was, but you never know. When your number is called, there's an opportunity. But one thing I do know for certain is if I was the Bucs, I would definitely try to attack the Falcons with the rushing attack. Last game, they ran all over us, and we weren't able to necessarily completely stop them and shut them down. Bucky Irving, he's actually a rookie this year, but he's taken over that Tampa Bay backfield. Rachaad White, they're using him a lot on passing downs. But Irving was on the injury report earlier this week, but now he's a full participant on Friday. So I expect for Troy Anderson and the rest of this linebacking core to have their hands full this week. In passing situations and on running downs, this is going to be a huge, huge test and a huge game. I don't expect to see Tampa Bay throwing quite as much, even though they like to throw to their tight ends. I just expect to see a lot more running, and I expect to see Baker Mayfield trying to scramble the pocket from out of the pocket and pick up some downs with his legs as well, too. I think last time we played them, he had about 30 or 40 yards. So, those can be drive killers, right when you think you have them where you need them at. And the quarterback scrambles out for another 10 yards or a 20-yard gallop. And, Baker ain't slow. So defense is definitely going to have their hands full in the front seven. I also believe that this is a big game for our pass rush to be able to get after them when it's 3rd and long as well, too, because we've been putrid, downright terrible. I'm looking to see what kind of defensive changes that we're going to implement on this team as well. Another area where I think that the Falcons really need to set the tone this week is to feed the beast in Bijan Robinson. It's infectious when you have a running back out there making big plays and just running it. With Bijan and Tyler Algier, I think that that'll translate to a more just physical overall team feel if we get those guys running like 30 to 35, 40 times a game. But Bijan himself specifically, if you have him out there on the field, it terrifies defenses. They have to worry about what you're going to do with him running out of the backfield, but then also dink and dunk and screen games, put a lot of stress on the defenders. I would run the ball early and often. Get the linebackers and get those safeties really creeping up into the box and then stress the defense deep. Those offensive linemen, they love when they get going, get their feet pushing, and they're not, sit back on their heels, stopping defenders. You get to be more aggressive, and it just gives you a different type of mentality that permeates throughout the whole team, in my opinion. But this is one of those games that you don't take lightly. Focus on the small things. Make sure that we're more disciplined, limit the penalties, and just run the ball. Get back to being a physical team. But there are definitely no easy wins in this league. They're all looking for contract extensions. They all want to try to get as many endorsements as possible. And playing good is their bottom line. So Tampa Bay, I think that they still feel as though they still have a window. But right now, we're in good position. We're at the top of our division. We are not the same old Falcons. This team has shown that they can win in a multitude of ways. We've won having to run up the score. We've run the ball. We've won ugly. We've won with our defense. So we just have to go out here and play our brand of football and take the game as it comes. Bird Bath, Point Game Official, Simo checking out. Peace.